And hello, folks. Welcome to a super late night Let's Trailer reaction. I got a whole bunch of messages in my inbox for this movie or project. I guess it's a series of shorts called Love, Death, plus Robots and Robots, I guess. And it's the volume 2. So season 1, I guess, was 18 episodes released back on March 15th, 2009. So we're going to get a brand new season 2 that is coming out May 14th. So right around the corner. Erik, you're the kind of most experienced in this. You have seen this trailer. You're the one that brought it to us, my attention. Are you surprised to see it coming this soon, May 14th?
Well, I know that
out of nowhere?
Well, a lot of things drop out of nowhere, like the Shang-Chi teaser dropped out of nowhere today.
Yeah.
It turns out that it's Simu Liu's birthday today, so I guess maybe that's why Marvel's doing it as a birthday gift to him. Maybe, I don't know.
Cool.
But we're not talking Shang-Chi now. We're talking Love.
That'll be a whole nother
plus
podcast.
Robots.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to the more Shang-Chi later on. But it's like I think this one, they have been saying that they got a second season going for a while. I mean, I rewatched the first 18 episodes or shorts or this anthology series back in the beginning of the lockdown. And now we are like 1 year anniversary. I guess it's about time. About 1 year later, they dropped the second season. So it's about right.
Surprising.
It's not super surprising. I think it's a sooner or later thing. And Netflix has always been doing this, like dropping something and then like showing it on their channel like very soon after they dropped the trailers and stuff. Like we have the Army of the Dead coming. We have a lot of interesting Netflix projects coming. So I don't find it super surprising. Of course, they never said anything's coming anytime with Netflix. It's always
So there was no timeline. So this is kind of but to be expected. 2 years later, it drops. It's not super surprising.
So it's not super surprising.
I remember when season 1 dropped, a lot of people told me to watch it, and I did watch the. I think not all of the episodes, but a bunch of the episodes, and they had one that was like a fight club type thing with monsters and robots. So I'll read the description for the season 2, and you can kind of tell me if this is like similar to season 1 or it's just a continuation. So similar, season 2 reads, the not safe for work animated anthology returns with a vengeance. Naked giants, Christmas demons, and robots gone wild. Consume irresponsibility. Volume 2 coming May 14th. So there's a lot going on in that description.
For those audience who didn't got the chance to see the first season on Netflix for whatever reason, I guess like just to recap what the first season is, it's kind of like a anthology type experimental project. It seems.
I compared it to Animatrix. I don't know if you.
It's almost like an Animatrix thing, but then every single episode, it's more like an independent little animated film. And some of them push more of an artistic values. Some they tends to push for the technological aspect of things. Like there are a couple of them that is rendered super real. It's so realistic that you would
they cover a variety of styles and really show off. Especially animation. So if you're an animation guy, I tried to get my animation buddy to join us, but he wasn't responding to me. I guess it's too late in the night. So I forgot to introduce everybody.
You got me instead.
We got casual. I give you my brother, my backup call.
Casual.
So this is my brother down here, Chris. And this is a good friend of mine, Jonathan Yo, who runs a lot of games for us and a lot of fun stuff. And this is Erik Ko, a special guest. Erik Ko, head of Udon Entertainment. So if you've ever read a Street Fighter comic book or picked up a translated art book or any of even the new what's the new line called literary manga?
Oh, the manga classics is something.
Manga classics, anything like this is the man that makes all those gears turn and keeps the machine rolling. So thank you so much for joining us for this, Erik. Briefly, I saw that this was kind of considered a successor to Heavy Metal, kind of. I don't know if the magazine or kind of that style.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that too. You have that kind of like there are some steampunk inspired ones. Sci-fi is a big element in this. So definitely, it feels bit like heavy metal as well. If you have been reading heavy metal magazine, they have these anthology stories too, right?
Yeah. It's a magazine that comes out on a semi-monthly basis. I use the term loosely, that features short stories, fantasy, cyberpunk, all kinds of fun stuff. So Erik, you are definitely a fan of this Love, Death, and Robots. You've watched season 1 multiple times. Jonathan, same thing. You've seen season 1, but
yes,
you
I
haven't
have.
seen
No, I have season 1. Yep, it was great.
Yeah. And my brother has seen nothing of this, right?
Nope.
Nothing of this. Yeah. So nothing of this. And I have seen episodes of season 1, which I guess reminds me a little bit of a Black Mirror, I guess maybe is a live action show that we can kind of compare it to along those lines, like kind of like Outer Limits, like special, like single serving episodes.
It's just like that. And then there are some messages there. There are some that's like purely artistic. So,
Okay, so I'm looking forward to some crazy hot animation, all kinds of fun stuff. Chris, you probably have no idea what's going on. But I'll leave. I'll go to John first. Are you expecting anything from this particular trailer?
I'm expecting robots. I'm expecting some really cool anime, and I'm expecting some humor as well. I expect a lot of violence, and I expect some good humor out of it too.
All right, cool. And Erik has already seen this, so he kind of knows.
I've seen it. I sent it to you. It was like, we need to talk about it.
Do you want to say anything quickly before we jump into this?
No, let's just watch it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna watch it.
I want to see you guys' reaction.
Yeah.
Because I had my reaction half an hour ago.
I think with the description, the emphasis was not safe for work. That's the biggest thing that kind of stood out to me. So I think they're going to really push the envelope on I guess conventional.
We'll see what this trailer is. I don't know if
let's see what it is.
A red band trailer or whatever not. So we're gonna see what happens here. So hopefully this video is still eligible to people on YouTube.
No, it's not. This is not a red band. This is
So this is gonna kind of keep it safe.
I don't even think there is a swear word in it. So
all right. So let's rock and roll. So without further ado, let's trailer reaction. All right, you guys ready? Let's rock and roll.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, here's the humor.
That's what I thought too. Yeah,
Did
I thought I saw
Michael B.
an
Jordan,
animated
I
version of Michael B. Jordan. Yeah,
I think that first guy was someone famous too. I think maybe.
They always did something that's kind of like an uncanny valley of a version of some actors and not like, remember like the first season, that alien kind of feeling episode. That one was so real. It was so nice.
Yes.
The alien station one. Yeah, that one was so good.
So Chris, if you want to check out any of these, check out the episode 1 of the first season, which I think is one of the craziest ones. It's definitely the one that stands out to me. But yeah, that was hella pretty. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Episode 1. Well, actually, episode 1, titled Sony's Edge. That one was a great introduction because that one's like a fight club, a monster fight club type of thing. That kind of sets the tone of what you will be expecting. And then they have these humor ones later on, with the 3 robots. And there is some really nice animated looking ones. I remember that heist one, that robot heist one. What was that called?
Well,
I don't remember.
let me let you find it, Eric. So
yeah,
we're gonna come
I'm
back
looking.
to you. So John, so you had some expectations for that. How did that look to you? Was that something? Was that like what you wanted to see in like snippet? Like they're not giving away a lot, obviously.
No, they weren't giving away a lot. It was definitely what I was expecting. I thought I would have seen more variety though.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, it felt like they were coming from maybe like max 3 stories. Like they either that or that first intro almost looked like it was kind of like maybe like a central thread running through as maybe they're the narrator telling these type of stories or something. Which was very different than season 1, which everything was like, everything was separate and everything was completely kind of different and on its own. But that just might be the trailer, and in that case, they cut it really well because that was an amazing way. They were cutting these.
I was gonna ask if they typically link together or they're completely separate stories. So season 1 is
separate,
completely separate stories.
So season 1 was they were completely separate.
So season
besides
2. From the trailer, you think there might be a hint of something connecting it together.
That's
maybe.
kind of what I got from it.
Or at least they cut it together to appear.
Yes.
So Chris Ho, that's probably a lot to take in. There's a lot coming at you. So I'm just going to keep it simple for you. Did anything kind of catch your eye? Is it the humor maybe, or the various styles of animation? So they go straight from traditional Japanese anime drawn stuff to full out CG that looks kind of like a Pixar stuff, and then even to full out CG that looks like realistic people. Like, did anything kind of grab your attention?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised I haven't watched season 1. I think it might have come out when I didn't have Netflix at the time. Probably watched the trailer and then like never, just kind of forgot about it. I'm definitely going to go back and watch it now that after hearing all the stuff you guys had to say. And I do have interest in animation. I did watch the Pixar, I think they're called Spark Shorts. I watched those and those were okay. So I'll definitely check this out.
Adult version of Spark Shorts.
I'm definitely gonna check this out. It looks good. I like the a lot of what kind of jumped out to me was it seemed like a lot of sci-fi type stuff, which is a genre I'm very interested in.
So, a lot of space and technology. There was a lot of Blade Runner-esque stuff looking going on there. So for me, I'm really on this cyberpunk kick. I didn't realize how ingrained this idea. I'll shout out Bubblegum Crisis, which Erik probably knows. Those type of animes that I grew up.
If you like Bubblegum Crisis, pay attention to Udon.
Yeah. So those were man. Oh,
this is a tease.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
I think we have to get together for another Bubblegum Crisis rewatch podcast now that Erik mentions that. That has me very excited. So Bubblegum Crisis, it's girls in Iron Man like mecha suits being heroes. So definitely check that out. And man, Erik, we got to talk then. So let me jump to Erik.
I'll tell you what I'm trying to do.
Ooh, interesting. All right.
Yeah. On private.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit. We got an exclusive here. That was an exclusive.
You're breaking exclusive news.
Yeah. So that's an exclusive scoop. So keep it on the down low, folks. So make sure Erik has it happen. So let's jump to Erik now. So like your initial reaction to this trailer. Now this is probably, I don't know how many times you've watched it by now. So how are you feeling after seeing it? Yeah. So second time watching the trailer.
Second time watching the trailer, I pay attention to more things and started kind of dissecting how many segments are there. So we see the super realistic one. We see the one with the kids, with the almost like Christmas theme thing, maybe.
Yeah,
we see
there's a themed episode.
Yeah, we see the one with that guy with the glasses that has a totally different art style, like going into the fields and stuff. There are a couple. There seems to be one or two 2D animated one. There's one of the things that I feel after watching this trailer is the lack of 2D animation strips in this one versus from the last season. It's kind of like a nice balance of CG 3D rendered ones versus 2D one. The couple 2D ones that they did last season, I love it. I really love how it is. Hopefully they can show more, or maybe there's something that they're holding back they haven't shown yet. Because I feel that in terms of animation styles and everything, everybody seems to be moving on to 3D animation and kind of like ditching 2D as something that's old.
Like video game, Pixar,
style. I mean, even like Disney, like Raya and the and The Last Dragon, beautiful movie.
Disney has almost completely abandoned the 2D style, I believe. Like Lilo and Stitch was one of the final traditionally 2D animated movies.
Yeah.
So nothing springs to mind right now other than children's shows.
So no, but think
Tangled
think
and things
about
like
it.
that.
Think about it though. Even nowadays, most of the 2D shows are actually made with 3D rendering. Like look at the
Yeah.
Netflix stuff.
Yeah,
You
they'll
know,
have
the
shitting.
Netflix. Yeah, like Beastar. Beastars is completely 3D animated, but then they just slap it down to 2D shading. The Batman Ninja show, the Batman Ninja animation, that one is actually also a 3D animated movie.
Yeah. You can see it has like a little depth. So
Yeah.
let's not get too crazy into animation. So overall, you're pretty excited.
I'm pretty excited. I definitely want to see what's going on. As I said, I love that dog pooping one. I think that one would be one of those that I would love the most.
Everyone would buy that machine if that existed.
Yes, exactly.
Dog owners, yeah.
Poop, it walks the dog.
It walks the
It
dog.
walks the dog
and
picks up the poop. Come on, Yeah.
I think we're almost there. We got the Teslas self-driving, so why not have a self pooper scooper upping? Like I'm pretty sure maybe that's Elon Musk's next announcement.
I think it's safer for Tesla to actually go and develop dog poop scooping robots than doing self-driving cars.
A whole other debate. Do you guys have John? Do you have a guess on how many episodes this season? Are they going to do 18 episodes like they did for first?
I think it'll be 18 as well. That would be my
Eric,
guess.
Do you think it's going to be around 18?
I think it's around 18. I think they need about that kind of content, to get going.
Yeah, for the metrics, they're usually around 17 or 18 minutes to my understanding, right? So like less than a half hour, these types of shorts. So
according to online, a third season scheduled for next year too.
Okay, so
it was at the end of the trailer though. If you actually saw the end of the trailer, it said like season 3, 2022.
Yeah.
So they mentioned that as well.
Yeah, so they've already got this lined up. All kinds of different creators work on it every project. I believe it's like a whole house of just different creators, and some of them are shared between projects and things like that. So it's pretty cool. If you're an animation fan or if you're in the animation field, like what a time to be.
Yeah, it's definitely
in
something that if you're into animation, it would inspire you a lot. It's gory. It's like some of the. I mean, like according to looking at the first season. There's sex, there's violence, there's wearing, there's love, there's death, and there's robots, right?
I'm surprised they didn't squeeze sex in there, but maybe they didn't want that on
I don't think they want it on that trailer, but then there are sex scenes in the first one.
I mean in the title of the show, Love, Death, sex robots, and robots or something, or sexy robots.
So it's not just one studio. They like handpick these from like various.
Yeah, it's like a whole team, and sometimes people from different teams are sprinkled.
Like a curated collection of animated things.
It just sounds like very talented people working with very talented people,
and they all have like great kind of storylines behind them. Like it's not just beautiful animated. They're telling really good stories in these like short amount of times, right? So so that's really good too. Even if you may not be a big fan of anime, the story telling aspect is there too. And honestly, they're pretty short. So even if you don't like one, there's a good chance you'll find at least, out of the 18, you'll find probably at least 9 or 10 at least that you'll like and really enjoy.
They run like in between 5 minutes to 15 minutes type of thing, I think.
Somewhere around there, depending on the short.
Yeah, so add it to your follow on Netflix, and you can use it to fill in like random times between other things you got going on, and you'll be caught up in no time for May 14th when this season 2 drops. Thank you everybody for joining us for this late night trailer reaction. Thank you, John. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Chris, for being my last minute call. So let's trailer reaction. If you like these videos, definitely give us a like, subscribe. Let us know how you think of the format. Do you like us talking before and after the videos? All that kind of jazz. So the Heroes World podcast, new episodes every week. The Heroes World Sidekick Show is live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The coming up episode, we are talking about Nicolas Cage. We are naming our top 5 Nicolas Cage movies. So definitely join us in the live chat.
Wonderland, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. So I'm gonna wrap this up because I want to talk to Erik about this bubblegum crisis. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you again for everyone for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.